Hello and welcome to Journey to Illustration with R. Lee Anderson. Why R. Lee instead of Rachel this week? Because it turns out there's already another fantasy artist named Rachel Anderson. So, yeah. But that's a topic for another time. So I didn't get as much done as I would have liked to this week. I have this pattern of giving myself too much to do, and then I feel like I have to get it all done at once, and then I feel completely overwhelmed because it's just too much for my brain to handle. And then I end up freezing and not getting much of anything done at all because I can't make a decision. It's a real problem, and my anxiety can really get in the way sometimes. But let's first talk about what I did get done. As you can see behind me, I managed to do my skull and a sorrow head study. Phthalo blue is really fun to work in, but you have to learn that a little goes a long, long way. And not to toot my own horn, but I think they turned out well. I also did more quick sketch yesterday, and that was very difficult, but fun. I did 15-second, 30-second, and 1-minute head sketch from a bunch of different Golden Age cartoonists. And then I did 3 5-minute head sketches, and then 5 different 10-minute head sketches. The 10-minute head sketches I did all from Jeff Watts' drawing this week. Next session, I'm going to attempt all the same head sketches again, but from the photos. And man, even the 10-minute head sketch is a little brutal. You have to have that head construction pretty much ingrained. I also redrew one of the paintings from my Gouache 1 class. And as you can see here, I feel like I've improved a lot since I last tackled this portrait. I can't wait to see what it looks like once it's painted. And as you can see behind me, I've started the Daredevil gouache painting. I finished the comps for it last week, and then I ran out of permanent white paint. I ordered more, but it took longer to get here than I expected. But the art supplies are here now, so I'm gonna get the show on the road. But in non-school related art activities, so it wasn't on my to-do list last week, but I started a new illustration. This piece is called Brigid and the Babe. It's one that I've had knocking around in my sketchbook for a while, but I couldn't seem to push it far enough to really sell the idea. Thankfully, I got some help from Sam Flegel from the One Fantastic Week podcast, and he gave me some really good advice about how to push the illustration further. This is my tonal comp after I took some of Sam Flegel's advice. He really got me to think deeper about the piece and about what it meant to me, and got me to look more at my influences. If you're watching this, Sam, thank you so much. Now I just need to hire a model and a baby so I can shoot photo reference, and I should be ready to move on to the drawing. Thankfully, I just bought new lighting equipment, so that should make the actual photo taking process a little easier. I'm also working on the newborn fairy illustration that I want to use for my website logo. I wasn't very happy with my original pencil drawing. It felt like it was missing some of the energy from my comps and from my thumbnails. So right now I'm working on redrawing it. This logo encompasses my mission statement / heart virtue from the Artist's Brand Workshop, which is I explore with a sense of childlike wonder. So I didn't manage to get the website up this week like I had planned to, and I've kind of had a hard time working on the business side of things. But because last time I gave myself everything to do at once and expected it to just get done, instead this time I'm giving myself one manageable bite-sized task to do every single day. And hopefully breaking it down into bite-sized chunks means that next week my website will be up as well as my store. And this last week brought up a lot of anxiety for me that I thought I was over with by now. I used to have a lot of anxiety about working from home back when I was a cartoonist. Receiving help from my husband and from other people has always been kind of tough for me. And my generalized anxiety disorder has kind of always held me back professionally. It keeps me from networking as much as I would like to. It keeps me from sending emails without first checking with my husband to see if they sound professional. It makes me overwhelmed when there is a large deadline looming. And if I have too much on my plate, it can shut me down completely. And that's something that I don't want it to do anymore. I don't want to feel ashamed for asking my husband for help. I don't want to second guess every conversation I have. I don't want to sit and worry that I'm a fraud or that I'm some sort of pampered housewife. I just want to make my art, and I want to be able to make a living from it and make friends in this industry and live this life that I've always wanted to live without carrying around this extra weight of anxiety everywhere. So this week I went to a psychiatrist and I talked with him about getting on anxiety medication. He put me on an SSRI called citalopram, also known as Celexa, and I'm on day 3. We're gonna see how it goes. So far, so good. I feel a little sleepy later in the day when I take it, but other than that, I feel normal. Well, as normal as I usually feel. So I'm thankful for the psychiatrist for taking the time to see me, and I'm thankful to my husband for giving me this opportunity to sit here and talk to you guys and create my art and try to make a living at it. I'm thankful for you guys for watching this show and for listening. Thank you. It's easy to feel guilty about not getting things done or about getting an opportunity I don't feel like I deserve, or about how going on medication means that I'm giving up on trying to cure my anxiety holistically. But instead of feeling guilty, I find gratitude to be a much more enriching and productive attitude to have. I've also been reading Amanda Palmer's new book, The Art of Asking, this week, and she has this metaphor in there about taking the donut. Apparently, while Henry Thoreau lived at Lake Walden, his mom would bring him donuts every Sunday. I'll throw the link to an article about the whole thing in the show notes. But in reading the book, it has made me realize that right now, I need to take the friggin' donut. So this is me, taking the donut. And by accepting the donut, that means I also have to do the work. So that's the plan for this week. I want to finish up that Daredevil painting over the weekend and get the pencil drawing stage for my newborn fairy illustration done. If I can, I'd like to do some more head quick sketch. And then for my business, I want to get the website up even without the logo and get all my social media websites redesigned and linked up to my website. If you want to see how it's going, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. Links to all those down below. And you can hit the subscribe button and feel free to leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. But that's it for now. Keep having fun and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Hello. Filming. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Want chocolate.
Later.
Give chocolate.
Finish filming.
You don't get a donut just for that.